Hello everyone, again, my last video for this weekend. I'm gonna do a little bit of a watch list and things to look out for, be cautious for, and so on for week 2. So first off, week 2. Now I'm gonna change my hotkeys. So I'm gonna add 20% buying power on all my hotkeys. So my lowest buy is 50 shares and my highest one is 300. So I'm just going to add 20% on both of those. And my thought or the initial idea now is to add 20% on my hotkeys every Sunday. Maybe that's going to change maybe some weeks when it has been a big loss, or if it's been the maybe market change or whatever it might be. Maybe I will stop that, or maybe even sometimes have to go back. But the initial idea now is to, at every Sunday or Saturday, when the first week or the last week is over, I'm gonna add extra 20% on those. So yeah, that is the first change for week 2. When it comes to watch list for week 2, I'm gonna be watching definitely these ones. That is continuation scanner from Warrior Trading. Here I see the biggest movers from previous weeks. So most of these stocks that I'm trading, they can go up with several 100% in a matter of minutes. But most of these small cap stocks, they go up and they go down before the market opens or during the next day or whatever. It's very short-lived. So it's very rare to see, like STI now. We have from Thursday that stock came out with space related news, and that is something that's going to be very interesting now this coming week, I think, because we have the IPO of we have the SpaceX IPO. So any news related to space could be very interesting this coming week, and STI could be a very interesting stock to look for as well, because it did very well on Friday. After Thursday was the first day, Friday second day was great continuation, and that I have to say is a very long time ago. I would say since summer last year, when we saw great stocks continue with good continuation the next day after having great news. So this is great to see. So NTCL is the continuation top. I don't think I'm going to be watching that one. 19.9 million float, a little bit too high for me. STI, second one, 2.47 million float. We have volume of 37 million. That's probably just Friday. And then the other ones here, not too interesting. S dot is interesting. That's a stock that I have over here on the right, just below my camera. S dot, so that is one that I have on my watch list. STI is just beside. I gotta put it here because the most important ones I normally have on this row. So I have STI, S dot here, and yeah, so that is two stocks from continuation scanner that I will be looking out for. I will definitely be looking out for all news popping up here. As soon as I see something space related, I'm gonna be quite aggressive, I think. So for week 2, 20% higher buys. So I hope we're gonna see, some better results this week. I'm gonna be very open and look for and be quite bold when I see space related news on a stock. And I'm going to be a little bit bolder at initially, I think, because I have 5 green days. I'm going to be very cautious with the first trade that I do Monday morning, because I don't want to have only 5 green days. I would like to start Monday with a great trade. So the first trade on Monday is going to be very important. I'm going to be cautious, try to practice patience and self-control and wait out the perfect start. What's going to be a little bit interesting is, let's see, I'm going to change to another view. I'm going to show you guys. Here we look at the first week. What 4 a.m. Same coloring as I use in this one that I've been showing you guys. I use here for analysis to see what is happening at 4 a.m., 4:30, 5, 6, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, and then the open market open 9:30. So I do the same thing here. Register the best trade or the worst sometimes, so I know what hours to look out for. As you can see here, 8:30 has not been great this week. Monday, Friday, okay, but 3 days here with 3 red. So that is dangerous news. That is 3 stocks coming out with some kind of news. Maybe it has been some technical breakout or whatever that has been happening. Thursday here, 8:30 has been red. Dangerous trades to go into. They're not purple, which are the worst one, but red ones are dangerous as well. So this is what I'm gonna be looking at now. We see that 7 a.m. has been an okay, but a little bit average trade. And Friday we had a little bit lower than average. So I know for sure that 4 a.m. has not been great. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious 4 a.m. However, Mondays lately, as you can see the week before, and okay, it was only 2 Mondays. So Monday, 4 a.m., I'm going to be a little bit cautious. It's sad though, because 4 a.m., that first 30-minute window, 4 to 4:30, is normally, if I go back to check 2024 and 2025, I think I made like 70% of my earnings in that first 30-45-minute window. So this is one thing that's holding me a little bit back with my confidence and the sizing up and the boldness in the rest of the day, because I'm very used to trading very well at 4 a.m. That's the start of the pre-market, and that is 10 a.m. here in Europe. So that is when I have been awake for 4 hours or so. As the day proceeds, I'm also getting tired because I'm not I'm 6 hours before New York time, so it's not optimal for me to trade here at like 8:30 when to be honest, most of the good news and most of the good moves that are coming from stock are around this time span. Ross Cameron, that I'm following, he starts at a little bit before 7 and he stops around 9:30. Maybe he sits and do a few trades here at the opening at 9:30, but he does his earnings in this 2 hours window, and that's when he's fresh. His head, his mind is at top because he's just woken up. I have been up for like 7-8 hours when we come into this, like 8 hours here. I'm normally going up around 6:30 Europe time, so that's 12:30 New York time in the night. So this is why I'm doing most and best of my trading here the first hour or so. So a little bit sad to see that we are not having too good of market sentiment around 4. I'm going to be a little bit cautious. As you can see, the last week here, we actually had a little bit better at 4:30. So if I see something moving here, I'm definitely going to be looking at STI, the first stock that I'm going to be looking at. We also have from off the market. Let's go back to this one and check. We have gone over the continuation scanner, STI and TCL. here after hours. The highest mover, the best mover at after hours Friday afternoon is 74% GMHS. It is oh, not really a penny stock, but almost penny stock. A little bit too low value for my taste, but it is at 172. Could be interesting. I don't think I will be too happy trading that. It's a little bit too high of float from my taste. GLXG also low valued, 3 million float. That's better, but yeah. So looking at the after hours top gainers, I'm not too impressed. And unfortunately, this year we haven't seen too much good continuation 4 a.m. from day after, or like in this instance, Fridays after hours movers. Very strange. 2024, 2025. If we had 100+% movers in the aftermarket, we normally saw some not every day of course, but some great continuation. That is long time ago since I saw something now. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna probably look at these ones too much now Monday. Also, something we have to take into consideration is that it is over a weekend. So this happened Friday afternoon. Now it's a new week. It has a little bit less value than, let's say, from a Monday after hours to Tuesday pre-market. So, yeah, I don't have too many specific stocks to look at, which is great in one way because then I can just focus on STI. STI is going to be my main one to watch. Unfortunately, it is a little bit high valued. I don't enjoy trading these stocks up at like 45, 50. Let's see where it ended. Okay, 34. It ended at 34. So, yeah, I mean, not a great daily short, but let's see. We can have great continuation on STI. So that's the main stock that I will be watching now Monday 4 a.m. Otherwise, I will wait. I will be patient. Try to practice patience and self-control in 4 a.m. open. And if something is moving around 4:30 or closer to 4:30, I will be a little bit more aggressive and probably jump on that one. So, yeah, this is my watch list and my preparation for week 2. Thank you, guys. Have a great end of this weekend and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.